We're going to learn some Spanish. Aprendo español. Necesito aprender español. Aprendo español. So let me do it as we speak to Maria from Malagalingo for the second week. Good afternoon, Maria. Buenas tardes.
Hola, buenas tardes. Good afternoon, Dave.
That sounded awful. My Spanish was poor, wasn't it? But I'm going to...
It's better than my English, you know.
No, it's
you
not.
Can be sure.
That is not true, Maria. Not true. Okay, so we're going to start off today, and we'll see how far we get on this. We're going to start off with some saludos. So this is the basics, really, isn't it, of the language? But even if English people... or British or English-speaking people, Scandinavians, even if we just learn the basics, that goes a long way to integrating.
Especially because you have a lot of ways to say hello and in different contexts. But for me, the trick is take only one, the more simple and more useful in every context. So it's for you, yes.
Now, I'm guilty of saying Hola, Ketal to everybody, and really that's quite informal, isn't it?
It's not so informal. It's okay. It's good in every context. So, hola, ¿qué tal? And ¿qué tal is really useful because you can use to say, how are you? ¿Qué tal? But also to say, how about? For example, ¿qué tal tu familia? Your family. Or ¿qué tal your work? El trabajo. ¿Qué tal the film that you had seen? So you can use ¿qué tal to say, ¿cómo estás? But also to say how about for whatever. So it's really useful.
And now, what I always struggle with tu and su. So when I say you talked about your work, I would say tu trabajo or yeah.
Yes, tu is informal, is you but informal, and su is formal, is really formal, it's like usted. In South America, they use all the time usted, but here in Spain, sometimes usted is a little bit too much formal. For example, if it's you for a woman and the woman is young, probably the woman don't like when you say usted because it's like to say, oh, you are older.
Yeah. So I will never say that to you, Maria. I would always say tu. If I say su, you'd be offended.
Yes.
Yeah.
My advice is say tu, especially with the people that is younger than you or the same age. Yeah. Yes, it's better.
Okay.
Yes, in Spain.
Now, when you talk about hasta luego, of course, dropping the S in. Now, we have got people listening to us, Maria, in Valencia and also in Mallorca and in Murcia. So they, of course, will not be having the same accent as the Andalusians.
Yes, Andalusia is one of the it's a really beautiful accent, but it's difficult because they cut a little bit sometimes the words. But if you learn in Andalusia, you can understand in the whole world the Spanish.
Now,
for example,
when I went
people say.
The
people say hasta luego in the rest of Spain, hasta luego, and in Andalusia people say a luego, but it's okay. A luego.
What about nos vemos?
Nos vemos is like see you. You in English say see you, and we say nos because it's you and me. Nos vemos.
Nos vemos. So that would be we will see you, would it not? Or we'll see you. Nos vemos.
Nos vemos. It's because you say I see you, but we understand that it's you to me and me to you. So I say nos.
Oh, I see. So it's like the joint. Bueno.
Yes, bueno pues is great because you know when you have a neighbor and he's really boring and he's Spanish and speak every time you meet him on the street, he starts talking and doesn't stop. So you want to say bye, but it's impolite if you say directly adios or hasta luego. So you can put before bueno pues. Bueno pues is like to be more polite, and you can put before to say bye, to be not
sometimes when I meet people in the street who are friends and we're going shopping and they're maybe shopping and you stop and talk to each other for a while and then you think I've got to walk away now because I need to continue shopping.
Yes, I know.
But you feel rude, say okay, I've got to go, but just say okay, pues or bueno or
exactly. Yes, exactly. When don't stop, you can say, bueno, pues. So it's like to be polite to say cut. I'm going to cut conversation.
Yeah,
Yes.
Exactamente. Okay. So what about, now this is where I get into trouble. Because when I went into a hotel once, I said to the young girl at the reception, and my wife was with me, I said, hola, guapa. And my wife said, because in England we just say, hi, darling, hi, sweetheart, how are you? And it's just kind of nice, and it's colloquial and it's nice. But in Spain, you got to know when to say that.
Yes, you have to be careful because guapa, when it's woman for woman, in Andalusia especially, the people say guapa between women, one for the other.
Yeah.
But it's a man for a woman, is not so, it means another thing. So you can say que guapo, for example, when you meet with your neighbor on the street, and it's with a son or with a daughter, or with an animal. So for a doggy, you can say "que guapo."
Yeah.
It's like, what a beautiful. Yes. But for the woman, I don't know. It depends on you.
Right. Okay. Let's move on to si no entiendes. I've used a few times myself, or no entiendo a few times.
Okay, and then you have another for no entiendo. But when you say hello, when you have a little conversation, and it's igualmente. Igualmente is useful because when the people wish you something, when the people say bye and then wish you something like have a nice day or whatever similar, you can say in Spanish igualmente is same to you, even if you don't understand. You don't understand, but you know that it's something good or not. But you can say igualmente because same to you.
That's called bluffing it in English. I don't know if you've heard that term, but it means you kind of bluff your way out. In other words, you just kind of go along with it. And okay, so that's a really good one, isn't it? And what about claro? Of course, claro.
Claro is also when you don't understand. If the people imagine that it's Spanish and speak, you don't understand nothing. But it's unpolite to say all the time, I don't understand. So you can, it's like to say, yes, okay, sure. Claro, it means nothing, but it's to like keeping the conversation of the other people. Yes.
What about no importa or da igual? Da igual, I've never used that really much.
No importa o da igual is the same, and it means doesn't matter. Yeah. It's for when somebody say, "Oh, sorry, I stepped your feet" or something like that, and you say doesn't matter. Or if somebody say, "Do you prefer to sit down inside the coffee or outside?" and you can say,
no
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No importa.
So I sometimes say no pasa nada.
No pasa nada, but no pasa nada is when somebody says sorry. But imagine that understand ask you if you want to sit down inside or outside. No pasa nada is not correct. Yes, no importa is doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, good. Let's go on to number 6 here. Signs within vocabulario. Signs on the streets for lockdown, of course, and the state of alarm. Stuff like está prohibido. I think you can probably guess what that means. Or está permitido. Yeah.
So prohibido is just you cannot do it.
Yeah.
Prohibido is important, and permitido is permitted. Is similar to English, so is.
Or no está permitido as well. Yeah. No puedes, no se puede. So.
No puedes o no se puede is prohibido. Also, you cannot do it. No puedes, and tienes que. You have to. You should, or you have to. Tienes que. Whatever thing.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, and
for example, with the mask.
Yeah.
Now tienes que.
Yeah, no. Todo. How do you say everywhere then? So todo.
Sí, todo el mundo. Todo el mundo.
Sí, of course. And so some of the words like, let's see if I can say this right. Confinamiento, confinement.
Yes. Yes, it's more simple lockdown, but we say confinamiento, sí? Confinamiento, this is the word, exactly word for lockdown, yes.
Quarantina or fiebre.
cuarentena, sí. Fiebre is important. Fiebre is temperature. If you have fever, you cannot go. And it's important also mascarilla, that is mask, mascarilla. Y guantes. Guantes is important. Gloves. The gloves, if you need or not.
Oh, yeah. No, you see, with the masks, I keep saying mascara, which is actually a makeup in English. It's for your eyelashes. So
you are right.
So I've got mascara in my head and I can't get it out. So remind me, what is mask in Spanish?
Mascara is for eyelashes or for mask when you has a custom when you are and the other is mascarilla that you need for lockdown is mascarilla for the coronavirus. And coronavirus is difficult for you to say so long, but you can say corona. The people say corona, el corona.
Coronavirus or COVID? Are they saying COVID?
COVID, yes, COVID. O corona, el corona.
Yeah.
It's also, yes.
COVID-19. Okay. Final one then, Maria. And hopefully I'm doing well today. Vocabulario y expresiones en el doctor o hospital.
En el hospital. Haha. So the more important is when you have a pain, so you have to say, me duele, or more simple, tengo dolor. Because if you say me duele, you have to say me duele when it's only one thing. For example, me duele la cabeza.
Yeah.
But when they are two, you have to say duelen. So me duelen los brazos, las piernas. But it's more simple if you say tengo dolor, I have a pain.
De cabeza.
Eso es, tengo dolor de whatever. Tengo dolor de cabeza, tengo dolor de piernas. It's not so common, but it's more simple for you than the other one.
Yeah,
yes.
Good stuff. And what about stuff like how long would be desde cuando?
Yes. Probably the doctor is always to ask you, ¿desde cuándo? How long?
Yeah.
¿Desde cuándo? Yes. And then you need also síntomas, but it's really similar to English, so síntomas. And the other is, ¿qué te pasa? How, I don't know in English, is what's your problem?
Yeah, tell me what's wrong, what's up?
What's wrong? What's up?
Yeah.
Yes.
And allergic is one that I've, because I have hay fever, which is an allergy, pollen. And that's not good when there's coronavirus around because I'm sneezing and so on.
And probably the doctor always asks you, ¿tienes alergias a algún medicamento o medicina? If you are allergic to some medicine, so ¿tienes alergias a algún medicamento? It's important that you say.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely. Now, Maria, we've had you've got a fan. Do you know? I assume you know what a fan is. So I love this is a WhatsApp from Altea on the Costa Blanca. I love Maria's accent. You must do this every week, Dave. Well, we are doing it every week. So he loves your accent. So there you are.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
That's Frank in Altea. Anyway, Maria, and if anybody wants to get in touch with you and find out all about the online courses you're doing and how they can, how folks can learn more Spanish, how can they do so?
We are in Facebook and like Malagalingo. We have a YouTube channel, also is Malagalingo, and then our webpage is malagalingo.com. And you can suggest us whatever subject that you want to see in the next lesson. You can suggest us, and I prepare for you.
Yeah, send us a suggestion, and we will I will pass it on to Maria as well. Thank you very much, Maria, and
thanks a lot.
Have a great week, and we'll speak next week.
Igualmente.
Adiós.
Adiós. Buenas tardes.